charisma, smooth talking, jive walking, banana eating, coffee drinking, guitar, drums, bass playing, vegan since 2013. It's Adam Josh.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the Morning Banana Show. My name is Adam Josh. That is what my mama named me. I got a banana here and another banana here just in case I felt hungry. You're here on the Morning Banana Show, and we're coming at you live. I have a live camera set up over here. If you ever feel like dropping your comments or questions into the live stream, just find the live stream when I do the show, and I get to the comments afterwards if there are any. Okay, fam? So that's that. The camera that I'm using for the live stream is so bad, I'm trying not to even look at it. That's how bad this Microsoft camera is. We're listening to A Fresh Globe by AdamandtheJosh.com is. Yeah, welcome. Let me just make my coffee here. I got it set up and then I didn't add my Silk Vanilla Almond Milk Creamer. It is my main creamer that I've been using for a really long time. Since 2014. Almost 10 years. Pardon me. So here we are on the Morning Banana Show. How are you doing? We're at banana number 134. It's 134 bananas that we've eaten together, if you can believe that. That's a lot of bananas. That's bananas. Welcome to the show. Let me just adjust this camera here. Okay. So, let's start the show. Like usual, we're going to have a sip of coffee. That's good. I got Starbucks. I got to go buy some more. Got one more pod left and then I'm out. Let's check the live streams over in the Ukraine. It's been a while. Today is July the 8th. Is it really July the 8th already? It is. Wow. So we're at July the 8th. And I'm checking the live streams over here. I don't know if you can see that on my camera over there. You definitely cannot see it on the live stream. So, 16 different cameras from different parts of the Ukraine. Kiev, Odessa, Slavyansk, Donetsk, all different kinds of places. And I've been doing this for so long that I kind of almost get to the point where I'm like, everybody else has to know this by now. But the tragic irony is that a lot of people don't know that the majority of Ukraine, the majority of the country of Ukraine, is blissfully oblivious to the fact that they're supposed to be in the middle of a nuclear holocaust right now. Literal children, moms, girls, little girls getting into a car, guy riding by on a moped, busy streets. This is all happening right now in real time. You can look at the date, you can look at the time. They're a few hours ahead. They're at 1400 hours, 12, 13, 14, they're at 2 p.m. You know, I'm at whatever, 8 p.m., 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 6 hours ahead. It's all happening in real time. Lovely ladies going to get something, bus going by. You can even see construction going on. So, I know that many of you are educated people, but check out the live streams for yourself, because if it's not obvious by now, what we've been dealing with is a gigantic money laundering operation, making sure that crackhead Biden, Hunter Biden's dad, gets 10% for that big guy. It's a giant money laundering operation. My country is involved, Canada, sending millions and millions of dollars of cash and foreign aid and military grade weapons. And clearly we have our own issues here that could use money and taxpayer funds, but nah. Over here checking the Schumann frequencies real quick, as I do. We are in a bit of a cool period right now as far as the readings go. We've had a few spikes the last few days. I feel like they've corresponded to when the Large Hadron Collider was turned back on. I don't know if you guys know anything about that, but for years and years, the Large Hadron Collider that goes underneath like 3 countries in Europe, Switzerland, Sweden, and it's like in a big giant 6, basically. Geneva? Anyway, you have to look it up. It's 3 different countries that it goes under. It was turned on the other day, powered up, after years and years of not being used. And they decided to power it up with a legendary amount of electricity. The most they've ever used. And as somebody who works with electricity, who understands electricity a little bit, I was following it the other day when the whole thing was happening live, and all I gotta say is it is super dangerous what they're doing. Very potentially destructive, somewhat satanic, and it's interesting, yes. I've heard there is an attempt going on to blow a hole through the firmament. I don't know if any of that's true, but it is a giant electromagnetic laser beam under 3 countries going in a circle, intentionally colliding and hoping to come up with various new research as a result of what they're doing. I mean, I'm sure a lot of the guys who are working at CERN know what they're doing, and I think they're being cautious and whatnot. But the overarching theme is like, how can you take a step back, even if you work at CERN? How can't you take a step back and look at the whole situation and say like, okay, this is kind of dangerous, what we're doing. It's obviously, on its face, it's kind of dangerous. Kind of weird. Unprecedented. I'm not sure if anybody's ever done that before in human history. Created a gigantic swirling energy portal under 3 countries. It's kind of crazy. The fact that nobody stopped, like nobody in humanity, no aspect of humanity in Europe or whatnot decided to stop them. I mean, that's crazy. Nobody stepped in and said, you know what, this is probably not a great idea. Headline here at Dredge. Putin warns Ukraine, we've barely started, taunts the West. So now Russia, I don't know if this news is true, but they're saying that, you know, as far as the war in Ukraine goes, that Putin is saying he's barely been started. And from the videos that we've seen of the Ukraine, if you've been following the Morning Banana Show for any amount of time, you can tell, like, I mean, he's probably not exaggerating when he says he's barely got started. He doesn't look like there's a war. It looks like a media operation / money laundering campaign. You know what I'm saying? So, that's crazy. Looking at the stock market here, the S&P has been just a total tragedy these last 2 years. But if you pull out to the 6-month chart, you see a definite decline Let's go to the 1 year chart. Also in decline, let's go to the 3 year chart of the S&P 500, and you see a gradual uptick, and then around January 2022 it starts trailing off. So people who are optimistic like to think that every bottom is the bottom, because if you go and pull out to the all chart, you see that okay, it generally it goes up. So the market over a long enough period trends upwards because of inflation and increased business and whatnot, for sure. So I'd like to think that we're at the bottom and that it's going to get better, because usually that's what the S&P 500 does over a long enough period of time. I just sold most of my Tesla shares yesterday at a loss. Screw Elon Musk and his 100 children and 17 wives. I like Tesla. I like driving a Tesla. That does not mean that Elon Musk is a great guy. That does not mean that he's a compulsive liar. And that does not mean that one of his own children want to divorce him. It just means that the car is kind of cool. Elon Musk knows the earth is flat. He's got enough cameras up there by now to realize, oh man, this thing's flat. And he's not telling you, and that bugs me. Instead, he's doubling down, quadrupling down, quintupling down, and saying we're going to populate Mars. When Mars, for all intents and purposes, is on Devon Island in Canada, near the Northwest Territories. Look on a map if you feel like looking for it. So, screw that guy. Billionaires, man. What can I say? I'm on the ground floor here with the millionaires. We don't know about what the billionaires are doing. My sister was messaging me the other day saying, Adam, I'm on track to make something like, what'd she say, $100,000 or something this month. And the way I am, I said, all right, show me the money. And she's like, I knew you were going to say that. If she's watching this, I love you, Angel. You know I love you. But yeah, the people I know and do business with are around the millionaire class. And I'm very proud of my sister. I was saying to her, hey, if I sold my house right now, I'd probably get near $1 million for it. Does that make me a millionaire? I like talking real talk about finances and not like pie in the sky stuff, because my sister and I have the same dad, and he's the same guy who had like a psychotic break and thought he was meeting with Bill Gates and whatnot and Obama and whatnot. So when I talk about finances, I like to have like real conversations, like what's in your pocket right now? Let's start with that. I have $3,000 in cash in my pocket right here that I wrapped up nicely. So I like to start with that. Start with what's in your hand. You know, I can show you that. It's what's in my hand. I have to give that to somebody. It's not like fun money. And then I can show like what's in my bank account. What are my investments? So you can look at my house. You know, I bought it for $500,000 back 4 years ago and put some renovations into it. The market's been a little crazy, so you can say, okay. But the way I look at net worth and value and whatnot, a person's financial value at least, is you take all their assets, whatever they have, their car, their house, and then theoretically you sell it all and pay off their debts, and the remaining balance would be their net value. I'm not sure how you calculate it, but I think most people who have a financial background or some sense of financial understanding, this is how they would calculate it. Okay, you have all your things that you think are valuable, you pay off all your debts, and the remaining amount of money, your net, is what your estate is valued at, because that's what your family is going to wind up getting. The difference being, if you die, of course, most people would have some type of insurance payout. So, but without insurance covering your loved ones and funeral expenses and whatnot, at this point, being honest, I am not a millionaire. And I'll be the first to tell you guys when that happens to me, when I cross that boundary. I would say right now I am 100,000-aire. If everything was sold and my debts paid off, I would be 100,000-aire. and that's better than I was when I was in my 20s. I have access to an obscene amount of cash at any given time, and if I was into drugs or drinking, or if I was my younger self, it would be a nightmare. It's ironic that you get to this level and then you're like, oh, I have all this discipline and I don't want to use the money for bad things, and that's why I have the money. It's very ironic to me how it's like when you want it, you don't have it, and when you have it, you don't want it. My life has been crazy like that. Just one ironic thing after another. So personally, lately, I'm excited about paying off my secondary mortgage. They emailed me and said that they would get back to me today, and I would have a figure as to what I have to transfer to them. So I wish that I could have moved into the house that I bought in 2018 without having to get a secondary mortgage. That would have been ideal, but some of you have heard the story before, but after begging and borrowing and liquidating my savings and getting everything that I could possibly out of everybody to buy this house, I was still $30,000 short. And it seemed like a kick in the butt because I had already come up with so much money. I mean, I think they asked for $90,000 in one day as a deposit or to secure the mortgage, a down payment. And that's absurd. It was absurd then. It's still absurd now to think that somebody would give $90,000 away in one day for a house. But and on top of all that, like I said, it wasn't enough. The money that I had wasn't enough. Closing fees, everything said and done, I needed another 30 grand by the time I had everything that I had. So I had to get a secondary mortgage. And when I got the secondary mortgage, it was through a company that makes money off of people like me who are in bad positions. And so I've had to, pay this secondary mortgage along for 4 years now. And I've had enough to the point where I'm just like, I don't care. I'm paying it off this year. It's happening. They have renewal fees. They have interest-only payments, year-end renewal fees, year terms. And again, they're just... I would say that they're loan sharks. I mean, that's being polite. They're loan sharks. Professional loan sharks. It's not like I went to Vinny in the alley or talked to one of my Pakistani adopted family members, or I didn't go to some, Italian mob in the town that I live in. Lord knows there's plenty of them. But they're professionals, and they're professional loan sharks. So, they've got me. They got me hook, line, and sinker. And I don't want to be on this ride anymore, so I'm trying to pay them out today, tomorrow. That'll be fun. So wish me luck on that one. And it'll be done. I'll move on, and I'll start paying back the other people who lent me money, like Desiree's dad. Well, he lent her money. It's a long story. But I would like to pay everybody back. So buying a house is crazy. And I appreciate anybody who helped me. So I'm going to pay everybody back. One by one. All right, everybody. That has been the Morning Banana Show, number 134. I hope that you guys have a great day. And take care of yourselves. Follow me on Twitter at adamjosh.com. You can send me donations if you feel like helping with the mortgage payments to adam at adamjosh.com if you feel like e-transferring. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. Nobody ever sends me money, but I appreciate anybody who does. Thanks again. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.